The clock is ticking. Do you feel it? Can you sense the pressure in the air? Heaven has measured out a very specific window of time, and now you are standing at the edge of it. Only 3 hours remain. Just 3. This is not ordinary time. This is prophetic time. The number is not a coincidence. It is a divine countdown, a signal that something is already in motion, that the unseen realms are shifting, and that you are about to collide with a moment that will alter your path forever. Archangel Michael himself, the warrior of heaven, the commander of angelic hosts, has leaned close enough to make sure you hear this clearly. Open this now. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. What you are about to discover will surprise you, and if you are not ready, you will be caught off guard. Be careful. Your person is already planning to appear at your door, and they are carrying something hidden in their hands. Take those words seriously. Let them settle into you. Imagine hearing a knock at your door 3 hours from now. Imagine seeing someone you know, someone whose face is familiar, someone you might even call my person. But what you cannot see with your eyes is that they are carrying something concealed, something they do not want revealed immediately. This is not said to make you fearful. Michael does not bring fear, he brings clarity, preparation, and protection. Fear paralyzes, but warning equips. The reason you are hearing this message right now is because heaven does not want you caught unprepared when the moment comes. Think about it. How many times in your life have you looked back and said, I wish I had seen that coming. I wish I had been warned. This time, you are being warned. This time, heaven has bent time itself to make sure the truth reaches you before the knock arrives. And the countdown matters. 3 hours is not long. It is not enough time to overthink, to drown yourself in doubt, or to pretend nothing is happening. It is just enough time to prepare your spirit, to sharpen your discernment, and to align your heart so that when the sound comes, when the presence arrives, you will not be shaken. Can you feel the urgency? That is Michael's presence. The Archangel of War does not show up casually. He does not speak without reason. His sword is drawn, his eyes are blazing, and his wings are stretched wide to cover those who obey quickly. Why now? Why you? Because the enemy's plan has accelerated. For weeks, maybe even months, there have been strange delays in your life, strange conflicts, sudden drains of energy, or unexpected obstacles rising against you. Those were the tremors. Those were the shadows. And now the full moment is about to manifest at your very door. But hear this. You are not defenseless. You are not being left alone. You are being armed in advance. This message is the proof that heaven is paying attention to you, that Michael himself has been dispatched to shield you, and that the Holy One has set a boundary around your life. Still, it comes down to choice. Will you listen? Will you prepare? Or will you shrug it off and risk being blindsided when the moment comes? Michael's voice is sharp, commanding, and urgent. 3 hours remain. Open this now. Do not turn away. Do not let your eyes wander. Do not tell yourself this can wait until later. The countdown has already begun. Imagine sand slipping quickly through an hourglass. Imagine the second hand sweeping the clock face faster than usual. That is the pace of the spiritual battle right now. Every moment counts. Every choice matters. Every thought determines whether you stand in strength or stumble in shock. So, take this seriously. Open your heart to the message. Open your spirit to discernment. Guard your mind against distraction. Michael has not come to whisper lullabies, he has come to sound the alarm. You are about to be surprised. Something hidden is about to be revealed. And whether that hidden thing is danger or blessing, threat or breakthrough, depends entirely on your readiness in this very hour. The clock is ticking. 3 hours remain. Archangel Michael has spoken. The vision is clear. Archangel Michael shows a figure moving steadily toward you. Their steps are deliberate, their face familiar, their presence one you might normally welcome without question. Yet in their hands, something is hidden. And what is hidden is what carries weight in this hour. Michael speaks. Do not be deceived by the surface. The danger, or the blessing, is in what you cannot yet see. The hidden hand carries intent, and intent always reveals the heart. Think carefully about this. How often do we assume that people's faces tell the whole truth? How often do we lower our guard simply because someone smiles, because someone uses words we want to hear, because someone feels safe by habit or history? But heaven sees deeper. Heaven sees what the eye cannot. The hidden hand is not a metaphor without meaning. It is a prophetic signal. Something has been prepared in secret. Something is being carried toward you even now, and soon, very soon, it will be revealed at your door. The nature of the hidden. Why hide something? Why conceal it in the hand, tucked away, pressed against the body, out of sight? Because what is hidden carries power. Power to surprise, power to strike, power to manipulate, or power to shock. Michael warns, the hidden hand could carry words, not objects. Yes, words. Words can be sharper than steel, heavier than stone, more poisonous than venom. Words can break, enslave, distract, and wound deeper than any weapon. Someone can arrive smiling, yet their words cut like daggers when spoken. Or perhaps the hidden hand is a literal object, a gift wrapped in mystery, a paper folded tightly, an item held back until the right moment. On the surface, it may appear harmless. But again, the point is not the object. The point is the intent behind the object. The approach. Picture it, steps coming closer. A shadow falling across your threshold. The faint sound of a knock, or maybe no knock at all, maybe just an arrival, sudden, unexpected. Michael describes the approach with precision. It is someone you know. Someone your spirit recognizes. This is not a stranger from far away. It is your person. That phrase matters. Your person is someone bound to you by emotion, memory, or circumstance. Someone whose arrival at your door does not immediately set off alarms. That is why heaven intervenes. Familiarity can make us blind. Comfort can make us careless. Trust can make us vulnerable. But now Michael declares, be careful. The hidden is approaching. The familiar carries a secret. Prepare yourself so that when they arrive, you will not be overtaken. The strategy of shadows. This is the strategy of the adversary, to send harm in the hands of those you least expect, to cloak chaos in kindness, to place betrayal behind a smile, to use familiarity as the perfect disguise. Have you noticed lately? Strange conflicts with people you love? Misunderstandings that felt unnatural? Emotional heaviness when certain names come to mind? Those were the tremors before the earthquake. The hidden hand has been preparing for this hour. Michael reveals, nothing comes to your door without permission in the spirit realm. Everything is either sent or allowed. This moment is not random. The one who approaches carries more than what is seen. What the hidden could be. 1. A hidden wound. Perhaps this person brings unresolved pain, something they want to spill on you, to entangle you in their storm. 2. A hidden agenda. Perhaps they come with persuasion, to draw you into agreements that are not for your good. 3. A hidden blessing. Yes, do not forget, sometimes what is hidden is heaven's surprise, a gift long delayed, a revelation suddenly revealed. But blessing requires discernment too, for not every gift comes from God. Michael's warning is not to close your door in fear, but to open your eyes in discernment. You must not judge by appearance alone. You must test the spirit behind the action. The battle of perception. This entire encounter is a battle of perception. If you see only the surface, you may embrace what you should resist, or resist what you should embrace. But if you see with the spirit, you will know the difference instantly. Michael says, ask and it will be revealed. Do not trust your eyes alone. Do not rely on habit or memory. The hidden must be exposed by light. The adversary hides because exposure destroys his plan. Revelation is his defeat. This is why heaven warns you before the knock comes, so that when the moment arrives, you will stand steady, your perception sharpened, your discernment heightened. The urgency of the warning. Why such urgency? Because the hidden hand is already moving. The decision has already been made. The journey toward your door has already begun. The only thing left is for you to be ready. Michael does not speak to waste words. He does not declare warnings that are optional. His presence signals real movement, real approach, real urgency. You cannot delay. You cannot dismiss this. You must treat it as truth. Your response. When the knock comes, pause. Do not rush. Breathe. Remember this message. Speak quietly in your spirit. Michael, stand guard. God, open my eyes. Then, look deeper. Watch carefully. Do not focus only on what they hold. Focus on what they carry in their spirit. You will feel it. You will sense it. Heaven will confirm it. If danger hides there, you will know. If blessing hides there, you will know. If manipulation hides there, you will know. Because now, you are prepared. The hidden hand is approaching. The steps are drawing closer. And Michael's voice still echoes, do not be deceived. Be careful. What is hidden will soon be revealed at your very door. Archangel Michael does not speak in suggestions. His words are not gentle hints or passing advice. They are commands forged in the fire of heaven's authority. When he says, open this now, it is not because he wants your curiosity, it is because your obedience is the shield that will cover you in the hour of testing. Obedience is power. It is the hinge on which destiny turns. It is the act that separates those who survive the storm from those who are swept away by it. Think of every moment in history when people stood at a crossroad. It was not knowledge that saved them, it was obedience. The weight of immediate action. Why must obedience be immediate? Because delay is dangerous. Every second of hesitation gives room for confusion, doubt, and distraction. Delay is the enemy's playground. It whispers, you have time. You can think about it later. It's not urgent. But heaven knows the truth. Later is too late. Consider Noah. He did not wait to build the ark until the first drops of rain fell. He obeyed when skies were still clear, when neighbors mocked, when it made no sense. Because he obeyed quickly, his family was preserved. Think of Lot. The angels seized his hand and urged him, flee now. Had he delayed, had he lingered, fire would have consumed him along with the city. The Israelites obeyed when God said, mark your doorposts with blood. They did not wait to see if the angel of death was real. They acted first, and their households were spared. Obedience is not just a command, it is protection. Obedience as a shield. When Michael orders, open this now, the opening is not just about words on a page. It is about opening your spirit, your awareness, your readiness. Obedience raises a shield around you that the adversary cannot penetrate. The hidden hand approaching your door may come with a plan, but when you obey heaven, that plan collapses. The enemy cannot strike where obedience builds a wall. Obedience is like light. It exposes what is hidden, reveals the truth, and blinds the schemes of darkness. When you step into obedience, you step under divine covering. The test of trust. But obedience is not always easy. It requires trust. Trust that the message is real. Trust that heaven speaks truth. Trust that your spirit is not imagining this urgency. That is why Michael comes with authority. His very presence testifies that this is no ordinary message. He knows how the enemy works, how distraction and doubt erode conviction. That is why his voice cuts through with clarity. Do not delay. Do not turn aside. Open now. Obedience demands that you put trust above understanding. Sometimes you may not fully grasp why the command matters, but your obedience activates protection before the danger even shows its face. The cost of disobedience. Let us not ignore the other side. Disobedience is costly. To ignore heaven's warning is to walk unarmed into battle. To dismiss Michael's command is to strip yourself of the shield already prepared for you. Many have fallen not because they lacked strength, but because they refused to obey. They thought they had more time. They thought they could figure it out themselves. But by the time they acted, the the window had closed. Michael does not want that for you. That is why he is insistent. That is why the command is repeated. Heaven gives no room for excuse. Obedience releases angels. Here is a mystery. Every time you obey, angels move. Your obedience releases them to act on your behalf. Your obedience creates pathways for protection, for revelation, for breakthrough. When you heed the command quickly, Michael and his hosts position themselves around you like fire. They are activated by your yes. Disobedience ties their hands. Obedience looses them to fight for you. Your call to action. So what must you do? Simple but powerful. Open your spirit. Receive this word not as coincidence, but as divine timing. Declare obedience out loud. Say, I choose to obey. I choose to align with heaven's command. Prepare your heart. The knock is coming, but you will not be shaken if you stand in obedience. Michael's words are not meant to burden you. They are meant to lift you into safety, to draw you into alignment, to ensure you are not left vulnerable when the moment comes. Final reminder. 3 hours remain. That time is shrinking even now. Every tick of the clock is heaven watching. Will you obey or will you delay? Obedience is your weapon. Obedience is your shield. Obedience is your survival. Michael's voice still echoes with urgency. Do not hesitate. Do not ignore. Obey now, and you will stand when others fall. The power of obedience is the power of life itself. Why 3 hours? Why not 3 days, or 3 weeks, or even 3 minutes? Heaven does nothing by accident. Every number carries meaning. Every time frame carries purpose. The 3-hour window is not a coincidence. It is a divine countdown, a span of time chosen carefully to test, to prepare, and to awaken. 3 hours is long enough for you to choose, but short enough that you cannot procrastinate. It is mercy and urgency woven together. Mercy, because you are given time to align your heart, to ready yourself, to sharpen your spirit. Urgency, because the time is not endless. The knock will come, the hidden hand will appear, and hesitation will no longer be an option. Michael whispers, 3 hours is your space of grace. Do not waste it. The weight of prophetic time. In the natural, 3 hours is little more than the length of a movie, a night's sleep cut short, or a long conversation. But in the spiritual, 3 hours is monumental. It is the window in which destinies shift, in which prayers are answered or missed, in which heaven watches to see whether obedience outweighs distraction. Consider how often God has used short windows of time to change history. In just a few hours, the Red Sea parted and closed again. In one night, Israel left Egypt after centuries of slavery. In a single evening, Jesus asked his disciples to stay awake with him, and within hours, the soldiers arrived. Short windows carry heavy consequences. The 3-hour window is no different. The battle in the hours. What happens in these hours? A battle. Not the kind you see with your eyes, but the war fought in whispers, thoughts, and distractions. You may feel an unusual tiredness, a sudden urge to delay, or even a mocking thought that says, "This can't be real. Why are you taking this seriously?" That is the enemy fighting to rob you of the moment. Michael says, resist the fog. Stay awake. Guard your spirit. Why the number 3? The number 3 in Scripture is loaded with meaning. Resurrection on the 3rd day, divine completeness, the unity of Father, Son, and Spirit. The number 3 is a marker of finality. What begins in 1, continues in 2, is completed in 3. Your 3 hours are not random. They symbolize the completeness of heaven's warning. You cannot say you were caught unaware. You cannot say you had no time. 3 hours is the fullness of mercy before exposure. The closing of the window. But know this, the window does not stay open forever. Once the hours close, the moment arrives. The knock will come. The hidden hand will be revealed. And your preparedness, or lack of it, will decide the outcome. This is why Michael speaks now, urgently, firmly, repeatedly, 3 hours. Only 3 hours remain. Choose obedience. Choose preparation. Choose light over shadow. The 3-hour window is shrinking even as you read. Every tick of the clock is heaven saying, decide now. Do not waste it. Do not drift. Use the time wisely. When the window closes, may you be found ready. The hours are shrinking. The window is closing. You already sense it. Your spirit knows the moment is drawing near. Soon, very soon, there will be a sound, a knock, a call, a presence at your threshold. Your person will stand there, the one Michael warned about, the one carrying something hidden in their hands. What will you do? How will you respond? This is not a moment for panic, nor is it a moment for blind trust. It is a moment for discernment, courage, and spiritual authority. Heaven has already given you the key. Now it is your responsibility to use it. Michael says, when the knock comes, you must not react with fear, but you must not respond carelessly. Stand firm. Discern wisely. Act with heaven's guidance. The first instinct when someone knocks is to move quickly, to open the door without thinking, to allow familiarity to guide your hand. Resist that. The enemy feeds on impulsive reactions. When you hear the knock, pause. Take a breath. Center yourself. Whisper a prayer. God, reveal what is hidden. Michael, guard this threshold. That simple pause shifts the atmosphere. It breaks the power of impulse. It reclaims the ground for heaven before the door is even touched. The eyes can be deceived. Smiles can mask agendas. Words can hide daggers. What you need in that moment is not surface vision. It is spiritual sight. As you look at the one who arrives, ask inwardly, God, show me the truth. If peace surrounds them, you will feel it. If chaos clings to them, you will sense it. If danger hides behind their words, your spirit will stir. Do not doubt those inner stirrings. The Spirit speaks through impressions, through quick flashes of knowing. That is discernment. Trust it. Your home, your space, is sacred ground. Do not let any presence override that atmosphere. Before engaging, declare authority. This house is covered by the blood of Jesus. Michael, stand watch at this door. Words carry weight in the Spirit. When you speak with authority, you summon heaven's armies. Michael and his hosts respond to declarations of faith. Darkness trembles when you claim your ground. Now comes the heart of the moment. What is in their hand? It may be visible or invisible, obvious or subtle. It could be a gift, a letter, a request, a confession, a confrontation, or even silence heavy with intent. The object itself is not as important as the spirit behind it. Ask, does this carry peace or confusion? Does it build or does it break? Does it align with light or with shadow? Michael warns, not every gift is a blessing, and not every burden is a curse. Test the spirit behind what is offered. Sometimes, what appears dangerous is actually the unveiling of truth that frees you. Sometimes, what appears generous is actually a chain in disguise. This is why discernment is your lifeline. Once you have discerned, act decisively. Do not linger in confusion. If you sense danger, you have the authority to close the door. You have the right to shield your space. If you sense blessing, receive it with gratitude, but still with wisdom. Even good things must be stewarded carefully. Do not rush into agreement. Weigh it. Pray over it. Hold it before God. If you sense manipulation, resist with calm authority. You do not owe explanation. Your yes and your no are powerful. Stand firm. Remember, Michael said, this will surprise you. The surprise is part of the design. The hidden hand comes with the element of shock, because shock destabilizes. When we are surprised, we react instead of respond. That is why heaven warns you in advance, so the surprise loses its power. When the knock comes, you will not be caught off guard. You will remember, Michael told me this. I was prepared. I was warned. I will not stumble. Every knock carries revelation. The moment you face it, something will be unveiled. It could be the truth about the person, the truth about yourself, or the truth about a situation that has long been hidden in shadow. Do not fear revelation. Truth, even when painful, always liberates. Exposure is never the enemy, deception is. When the hidden comes into the light, the chains begin to break. The enemy wants you to fear this moment, to dread the sound at the door. But Michael reveals the opposite. This is not your downfall, it is your victory. This is the hour where discernment proves stronger than deception, where preparation outruns surprise, where your obedience opens the shield of heaven. You are not at the mercy of the knock. You are the one standing covered, guarded, equipped. The visitor may carry something hidden, but you carry something greater, the authority of obedience and the covering of Michael's sword. So when the knock comes, do not panic. Do not rush. Do not overthink. Simply remember the steps. Pause, pray, discern, guard, respond. Michael's voice echoes one more time. The one who is prepared cannot be shaken. The one who is covered cannot be struck. When the knock comes, you will see the hidden, and you will stand in victory. This is the final moment. The message has been spoken, the warning has been given, the instructions have been laid before you. Now, Archangel Michael's voice grows sharper, more insistent. Do not look away. Do not turn aside. Do not dismiss this. For too long, you may have brushed aside warnings, telling yourself there would be more time. For too long, you may have silenced your own discernment, choosing comfort over clarity. But now, heaven has stripped away every excuse. You have heard the truth. You know what is coming. You cannot claim ignorance. The hidden hand is approaching. The knock is certain. The 3 hours are already passing. The only question left is this. Will you remain alert, or will you turn your head and pretend nothing is happening? Do not look away. To look away now is to step into blindness. To ignore the message is to hand victory to the enemy without a fight. Heaven has not spoken to frighten you, it has spoken to prepare you. Michael does not waste words. He speaks only when the matter is urgent, only when destiny hangs in the balance. Remember his command. Open this now. Obedience was never optional. The call was never casual. It was a direct order from the captain of heaven's armies. And those who obey quickly will stand secure when the moment comes. Do not look away from the urgency. The time is shorter now. What felt like hours may already feel like minutes. The sand in the glass is falling, and heaven is watching to see if you will act with faith or falter in doubt. Do not look away from the responsibility. This moment is yours alone. No one else can respond for you. No one else can open your eyes or guard your door. You cannot delegate your discernment. The choice rests in your hands. Do not look away from the hope, either. For even though the warning is stern, the promise is clear. If you obey, if you prepare, if you stand firm, you will not be shaken. You will see the hidden exposed. You will overcome the surprise. You will stand under Michael's covering, untouchable, unbroken, unafraid. This is not the end. It is the crossing. This is not destruction. It is revelation. The knock that comes to your door may look like danger, but in truth, it will mark your awakening. You will see what you could not see before. You will know what was hidden. You will step into clarity, and clarity is power. So take this last plea to heart. Do not look away. Hold your ground. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit sharp. When the sound comes, you will be ready. The countdown is nearly over. 3 hours are slipping into 2, and 2 will soon become 1. The final moment approaches. Do not look away. Stand. Obey. Endure. And you will prevail. Michael has spoken. The rest is up to you. Moment is approaching. The hidden will be revealed. And you will be ready.